Okay.
We are firemen.
You got it, Coach.
The heat doesn't bother us. We live in the heat. We train in the heat.
Yeah, let's go.
At 69, Teddy Atlas, one of boxing's most respected trainers and commentators, finally spoke about something he rarely discusses: the fighters he couldn't stand. These aren't boxers he disliked because they lost fights or lacked skill. These are men whose arrogance, disrespect, or reckless attitude rubbed him the wrong way.
Who had residual stuff from his upbringing.
The ones who tested his patience and principles. For Teddy, boxing is more than a sport. It's a measure of character. In the ring, every move is a reflection of discipline, courage, and respect. Outside, behavior matters just as much. Today, we explore the 10 boxers Teddy Atlas has openly admitted he hated the most.
Because he couldn't be hurt by somebody named Mike Tyson at all compared to the way his loss of his mother hurt him.
Delving into the reasons behind each choice and the impact they left on his perspective of the sweet science. 1. Tyson Fury. Teddy Atlas has never been shy about his disdain for Tyson Fury's over-the-top antics. While Fury is undeniably talented, Teddy felt the British heavyweight often flaunted disrespect toward both opponents and the sport itself.
Onto shots, struggling to find the target of his own shots. There's the uppercut, the guard of Ngannou is wide open.
His antics, theatrical entrances, loud proclamations, and frequent trash talk rubbed Teddy the wrong way. Atlas has said that boxing is about humility and preparation. Fury's tendency to let ego take center stage overshadowed his skill, creating a persona Teddy found frustrating. Beyond the showmanship, Fury sometimes appeared indifferent to discipline and focus, which in Teddy's eyes is a cardinal sin. To Teddy, skill alone doesn't earn respect. Fury's combination of arrogance, theatricality, and sometimes careless approach to training made him impossible to admire fully. Despite his championships and talent, Fury's personality and public antics earned him the top spot on Teddy's list of fighters he truly disliked. 2. Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's combination of raw power and brash confidence often clashed with Teddy Atlas's values. While Wilder's knockout ability is legendary, Teddy was critical of his overconfidence, lack of adaptability, and occasional disregard for the fundamentals of boxing. Teddy frequently highlighted that Wilder's reliance on sheer power could backfire, and the casual way he sometimes approached fights or training frustrated him. Wilder's attitude outside the ring, including public spats and confrontational interviews, also contributed to Teddy's animosity. Atlas respects fighters who balance skill with humility and strategic thinking. Wilder's explosive style was impressive, but his frequent disregard for discipline and sometimes reckless behavior left Teddy with little patience for his persona. For Teddy, Wilder was a fighter who could have been great in every sense, but chose to let ego overshadow principle. 3. Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is undeniably talented, but Teddy Atlas repeatedly criticized his disrespectful behavior. Known for flashy entrances, social media provocations, and occasional disregard for opponents' dignity, Davis embodies everything Teddy dislikes outside the ropes. Atlas admires confidence, but when confidence slips into arrogance and disrespect, it becomes a liability. Davis, in Teddy's eyes, often allowed personality to overshadow professionalism. Even in the gym, Atlas has commented on the young fighter's reluctance to listen fully, displaying impatience with coaches and advice. While Davis's skill is unquestionable, Teddy found it impossible to respect his attitude. A fighter's character is as important as talent, and Davis repeatedly fell short. For Teddy Atlas, Davis is a cautionary example. Raw ability means nothing without humility and discipline. 4. Manny Pacquiao. Even legends can frustrate Atlas. An early career Manny Pacquiao was no exception. Teddy admired Pacquiao's talent, but was often annoyed by his youthful arrogance, overconfidence, and tendency to dismiss advice from trainers and mentors. Atlas often emphasized that even natural talent must be tempered with discipline and respect. Pacquiao's early attitude, marked by brashness and occasional disrespect for opponents, clashed with Teddy's values. Despite Pacquiao's eventual evolution into a humble champion, Those formative years left a lasting impression. For Teddy, this wasn't a condemnation of Pacquiao's career, but a reflection on how arrogance can cloud greatness. Even the best fighters, Teddy noted, can be frustrating when ego takes precedence over learning and respect. 5. Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. is legendary for his speed and skill, but his flashy antics often annoyed Teddy Atlas. Jones's showboating, taunting opponents, extravagant entrances, and a tendency to make fights theatrical struck Teddy as disrespectful to the sport and to fellow fighters. Atlas believes the ring should reflect courage, discipline, and respect. While he respected Jones's talent, the theatrics overshadowed it in Teddy's eyes. Seeing a fighter who could dominate with skill choose to rely on spectacle instead frustrated him deeply. To Teddy, a fighter's humility and respect are just as important as ability. Roy Jones Jr.'s penchant for showmanship earned him a place on this controversial list, demonstrating that even legends can test the patience of boxing purists. 6. Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner's brash personality and self-centered behavior made him a frequent source of frustration for Teddy Atlas. Known for insults, posturing, and a lack of professionalism outside the ring, Broner exemplified everything Teddy found distasteful in a fighter. Atlas respects confidence, but despises entitlement and arrogance. Broner's tendency to clash publicly, ignore mentorship, and flaunt victories without humility earned him a spot on this list. Teddy felt Broner often prioritized ego over skill, undermining the integrity of the sport. Despite Broner's talent and occasional brilliance in the ring, Atlas's assessment focused on character. To Teddy, Adrien Broner represents a cautionary tale. Talent alone does not define greatness. 7. David Benavidez. Young, talented, and brash, David Benavidez rubbed Teddy Atlas the wrong way for his immaturity. While Atlas acknowledged Benavidez's skill and potential, he criticized the fighter's attitude toward training, interviews, and opponents. Teddy often emphasized that character, discipline, and respect are as critical as skill. Benavidez's early career mistakes, combined with his overconfidence, created a perfect storm of frustration for Atlas. Though Benavidez continues to evolve, his early years demonstrate how raw talent can be undermined by ego and lack of respect, and why Teddy placed him firmly on this list. 8. Canelo Alvarez. Even Canelo Alvarez, one of boxing's greatest talents, earned Teddy Atlas's ire during his early career. Atlas cited Canelo's occasional disregard for training advice, disputes with coaches, and early arrogance as reasons for his frustration. Atlas respected Alvarez's skill, but found his attitude dismissive at times, particularly when advice was offered by those with more experience. Teddy believed humility is essential for growth, and Canelo's early disregard clashed with that principle. Even champions can test patience, and Canelo's early career behavior made him a notable example in Teddy's eyes. 9. Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe was one of boxing's most talented heavyweights, but Teddy Atlas often criticized his volatile temper. Bowe's outbursts, both inside and outside the ring, created tension and unpredictability that Teddy found unprofessional. Atlas respected fighters who control emotion and fight with discipline. Bowe's tendency to allow anger to dictate behavior, whether in interviews or training, marked him as someone Teddy could rarely admire fully. While Bowe had skill, heart, and charisma, his temperament consistently frustrated Teddy, earning him a spot among the boxers he hated most. 10. James Toney. James Toney, a skilled and crafty boxer, earned Teddy's criticism for his arrogance and manipulative tendencies. Atlas respected Toney's talent, but found his approach to opponents, referees, and even fans lacking integrity. To Teddy, boxing is about honor. Toney's tendency to bend situations in his favor, rely on gamesmanship, and project ego over respect made him difficult to appreciate beyond his abilities. Even skill cannot excuse behavior that undermines the sport, and for Teddy Atlas, James Toney represents how talent alone cannot command respect. Teddy Atlas's list isn't about who was the weakest or least skilled. It's about character. Integrity, humility, and respect matter as much as punches thrown or titles won. These 10 fighters tested Teddy's patience and principles, leaving him with lessons about what boxing truly represents. In the ring, skill may win fights, but character earns respect. And for Teddy Atlas, the boxers on this list failed that test.